Hey everybody, this is Intrepid Video Game Insider Analyst Gone Wild, and this is the unboxing of the new PlayStation Vita. And I'll also be doing a little bit of Uncharted Golden Abyss, which is one of the kind of premier titles that will launch with the unit. And this happens to be the 3G version of the device, so it connects via AT&T. And I've actually hooked it up to my Wi-Fi here at home, so it's a little different than the unit that most people will probably get. Let me go ahead and turn it on. So this is it. This is the Vita, and while that's turning on, I'll show off a few of the other items inside the box. So AR play cards. So I guess this is, you use the camera on the Vita. If there's one hit on the Vita, technically, it's that the video camera is only a 0.3 megapixel, which I believe is VGA. I think that the screen on the Vita is a lot better than most, by far, as a matter of fact, and therefore it makes up for the 0.3 megapixel. So even though it's just VGA, I think that the actual experience is a lot better than that. Anyway, inside the box is also, your basic power adapters. I believe this is either how to transfer or it's a way to power it up also. So that's a USB, and then an adapter for the power unit so that you can plug it in either through USB or right into a regular power outlet. Quick start guide, and also just kind of the basic safety guide. So that's what's inside the box. And without further ado, let me hop into a little bit of what the Vita can actually do. So I'll start by showing a quick clip of a video. And I like the touchscreen interface, very sensitive. And one of the things that impresses me most about the Vita is the stereo quality of the sound.
Okay. How do you know my name?
I find that the stereo sound, because it's on both sides of this thing, works really, really well, and it kind of enhances the experience quite a bit, because it's really immersive and different than what you can get on tablets or smartphones and things like that. I'll just briefly show off, for example, the web browser. So obviously there's a touchscreen interface that, again, I find pretty compelling, and the screen's, of course, pretty awesome. This happens to be the PlayStation site, just so you can see what it's like, essentially. And the way that that you enter, I'll do a quick search so you can see it. The way you enter the text, with the touch screen, is a little bit like the iPod, for example. Let's see. Do wipeout. So it kind of displays the letters and numbers up above it, which I think really helps with it. So you can pull down, and the one thing I would say that is less than ideal is that it doesn't support Flash at launch, and so that's kind of problematic. But other than that, I think that the web browsing experience is quite good. And with that, I'm going to hop into playing one of the games. Okay, let's play a little bit of Uncharted Golden Abyss. So this is what the PlayStation Vita cards come in. And you basically take out the game card, a little bit like, Nintendo unit and so forth. And they essentially slide into a spot up here. And it kind of clicks into place, and it notices the game. Uncharted Golden Abyss is currently retailing at Amazon.com for about $45, and it's certainly one of the marquee launch window titles. I believe there are 25 titles that are launching day one, and then another 10 or so are supposed to follow within a few weeks. So the games take a little bit to launch, but they are relatively huge games compared to like a mobile game or a iPad game. These things are massive, so in a sense it makes sense to to deliver them on physical cards, although there are apparently also digital versions of these games will be available. I'm not exactly sure which of these titles will be available digitally in the next few weeks, but my understanding is that most of the titles are going to be available through the PlayStation Network store pretty shortly after the unit launches. So I'll be very interested to see how that works and how the pricing will be on those particular titles. It's the same soundtrack for fans of the Uncharted franchise. It's the same soundtrack, and a lot of the controls will look familiar. So I reset the sensitivity of the buttons because I found that I'm gonna get almost died there, but I found that the sensitivity, while I love the dual analogs and all that, I found that the sensitivity on the gun is different, for example, than it is on the PS3. So it takes a little getting used to. I also find that these 4 buttons are a little bit, they're hard, so that they're not something particularly soft, and so that if you push the buttons hard over time, I think that it'll get kind of difficult to play it, because your fingers might get a little bit sore. At least the ends of your fingers might get a little bit sore. But as you can see, the environment is pretty stunning, and it really does have that kind of very rich, core game experience with extraordinary frame rates. And like I said, I really like the sound effects. That it's really got some depth to it because of the stereo effects and so forth.
Oh, yeah? It's because I'm special. Don't go there, all right? That's it. Yeah, then look at your eye. Here.
Little cutscene familiar with the little kind of snappy dialogue that the Uncharted franchise is known for. So this is an example of how to use the touchscreen interface. I've already done that one, but basically you rotate the wheels of the combination lock, and it will essentially unlock the gate or unlock the lock, and then you can get into this area. I'm in some jungle in South America right now. Anyway, that's my very brief review of Uncharted Golden Abyss. I think that it looks beautiful, and what I played so far, I think fans of the Uncharted franchise will be very happy. I think the Vita is an excellent unit. I'll be interested to see if core gamers are show up and start buying this device in significant numbers in 2012. Okay, take care, guys.